coffee's pretty good today. Hey there, how are you doing? Thanks for joining me for another episode of Bitcoin and Coffee. I'll be your host, Eugene Forrest. So, what are we looking at today with the BTC market and the rest of these cryptocurrencies that we all are invested so much in? It looks like Litecoin and Dash have been doing great across the entire week, right? Besides that, it looks like we've been trimming the fat on a little bit of these altcoins. This bubble that everyone's talking about. That I don't necessarily believe it's a bubble. I just believe that this stuff's going to be the future. So of course, everyone's investing heavily in it once you come to the understanding that this stuff's going to revolutionize the world. But of course, there's always a little fat and it has to be trimmed. So I see a lot of pullbacks, about anywhere between 2 and Zcash is back 7.5%. It's nothing I'd be super concerned with. I actually see us heading into a little bit of a lull, like a slow period. I think that at this time, everyone's not really too sure exactly what to be doing with their cryptocurrency, with everything that's going to be happening, with the potential user-activated soft fork and segregated witness 2x and, what's happening with Bitcoin, because ultimately all these altcoins have to come back to Bitcoin. So, Bitcoin being king and all, we have to know what happens there before we decide what to do with the rest of our altcoins, whether or not we should be pulling back to Bitcoin or, investing our value somewhere else, because we could be splitting or breaking Bitcoin or whatever all these other people are saying. As we get closer to the time of, the 26th and the 1st, I think that we'll start to see a lot more volatility and, some moves being made, because, smart individuals are going to wait to the last second, as in not to tip their hand to other players, especially, the large whales out there, because, when they make moves, the water gets splashed around a bit, right? So let's do a quick run through here on the market and see what we're looking at. We're looking at $98.4 billion in a market cap. We're under the $100 billion mark, so cryptocurrencies are down a little bit. That's obvious there. We got 2.3 billion traded in the last 24 hours. That means trading volume's down a bit. BTC dominance, though, it's still up there, 42.9%. That's always great, especially in my book, right? We got BTC coming in at $2,566. Right there, 2,500. There's support. We got Ethereum coming in at 262. They're down 4.7%. We got Ripple coming in at 24.8 cents. That's down 2.7%. We got Litecoin. They're coming in at 49.32. They're down 2.4%. It's right there at $50. I would guess I would still consider it, looking for support there. Hopefully it'll find it, because, I'm still hoping that for that $100 Litecoin, right? We got Ethereum Classic sliding back again a little bit, 2.5%, coming in at 1757. We got Dash rolling in at 204. That's down 2.8%, but they're over that $200 mark, so that's awesome. A lot of people are saying that this has to do with a delayed reaction of Dash putting out their roadmap for what their plan is for the next 2 years. I think that that's true. I think sometimes it takes a while for the news to make its way around the world, and for people to actually understand it and digest it and realize that they need to be investing in these things. But as always, Dash has a great team and they're on top of it. So we got NEM coming in at 16.3 cents. That's down 3.1%. We got Monero rolling in at $47.65. That's down 1.6%. We got Zcash hitting 268. That's down 7.5%. They had been up near $300 and over for a little while. So, but I support Monero for the privacy coin, so that's all right with me. I don't hold any Zcash. We got Steam coming in at $1.73. That's down 4.1%. We got Steam back dollar coming in at $1.18. That's down 12.5%. That is not really the greatest, considering I've been selling that stuff near the $2 mark. We've been in the 130 lately, but it is supposed to be pegged to the buck, so I guess it is what it is, right? So what are we looking at here for news on BNC? Well, first I got that Ledger X formally registers as a swap execution facility. This will make them the second one ever if this gets approved. They're based out of New Jersey. This is always, more bullish news for Bitcoin as we move into the future, people investing in it and everything. So the bigger part of the news of what I got today was that China Central Bank advisor, he's saying that that Bitcoin's not money, and he's saying that Bitcoin's not money for the same exact, you know, reasons that we're sitting here having the scaling debate over, that it's not registered or it's not ready to be used as currency. You know, the fast transactions can't happen. You know, there are still problems with, you can't walk into the store, you can't buy your cup of coffee, you can't pay, $1.25 or whatever it is for a cup of Joe, and not have to pay $3 in transaction fees to get the $1.25 there. Let alone it take anywhere between 10 and 15 minutes for a transaction, let alone a couple confirmations to make sure that there's no double spending or anything like that. So I mean, they're saying that it's still a good store of value. They say that it's a digital asset, so it has value in it being a digital asset. So they're agreeing with the fact that it's okay for people to be putting their money in it and stuff like that, but that they're not coming quite over as far as Japan is and accepting it as a legal tender. This is still good news because it tells people of China that, even though the Public Bank of China has been scrutinizing over Bitcoin, has, had them add fees to the exchanges, has closed down some of their margin trading, that they'll be more accepting of people being able to invest their money into these cryptocurrencies, and that they're not going to just come in and shut the exchange down again and hopefully, change everything around. I guess they're just saying that, they're not ready for it to be pretty much cash. And, that's fine. That gives us more time to be investing in it, right? So here we go with the last little bit of news. We have Michael Riccio. He was arrested back on October 5th of 2016. He's accused of stealing $365,000 in BTC. They're calling him the Robin Hood of the dark market. He was setting up phishing scams, and during these phishing scam sites and stuff, he was collecting the addresses for people of the dark market, their wallets, and he was going in and he was taking their Bitcoin. Well, the FBI was investigating him for these actions, and they had been watching him for quite a while apparently, and they had tracked him back through him sending money to his Bank of America account, and him sending stuff to a dot prepaid card, and him sending stuff to localbitcoins.com. So I mean, that, I'm not saying that it's right to be out there phishing, scamming. I'm not saying that the dark market's right, but you can see here that the point of contention is always going to be whenever you take any kind of cryptocurrency, mostly Bitcoin is what you cash out in the US dollars or whatever your fiat cash is, that's going to be your point of contention. Whenever you're planning your things out there, getting Bitcoin into US dollars is where the government is definitely necessarily looking at you and where you're doing stuff. So I mean, that's how he got caught. Now he could be facing up to as much as 30 years. They're supposed to be coming up with a verdict. Actually, on my son's birthday here, September 28th of this year, they're going to be giving a verdict on that. So, I mean, I wish him all of the best, and I hope that he doesn't end up getting locked away forever. But at the same time, you can't be out there fish scamming. I mean, this may be the Wild West, but you can't just do what you want. We all have to act with integrity and honor out there. I mean, or else what's the point in all of this, right? So I got one more thing here on Bitcoin and Coffee. My buddy Sasha out there, he was delayed in the messaging mail, but when I got the new mic, I also received a pair of socks, which I showed you guys, and he went ahead and he sent me this Bitcoin t-shirt too. This is awesome. This is actually my first Bitcoin t-shirt. I don't usually, like I say, go around and buy myself stuff. So having a Bitcoin t-shirt, I'm definitely going to be supporting that while I'm out there, doing my fun stuff this summer. So thank you for that. Thank everybody out there who's been doing anything at all to help support my channel. Like I said, I'm totally unfunded here. I do this as a hobby out of my free time. This takes up a couple hours of my morning every day. But I mean, it really makes me happy. It gives me joy in my life to know that I'm out there, spreading the message of cryptocurrency to everybody and how they need to be getting out of fiat cash and, buying Bitcoin and storing it, so that they can be well off in the future and enjoy life. And be able to spend time with their family instead of slaving away at those 9-to-5s like we all are. So, I mean, if you guys are out there watching, as always, I got my free help desk service. It's eugeneforrest20@gmail.com. If you can't spell my name, it's listed down there below to help you figure it out. Just shoot me an email. Let me know what what you're thinking, what your problem is, what you're trying to figure out, and I mean, I'll help you figure it out. I mean, That's what I'm here for. That's why I'm doing this. And it's absolutely free. It's going to cost you absolutely nothing. So please, let me hear from you. As always, I got a list of tools down there, wallets, exchanges, places to get free BTC and doggies for faucets that are trusted. There's things to get you hard wallets at Crypto W Hard Wallet if they got any, or Amazon if you're searching around over there. Last I knew, they were out everywhere. But there's paper wallets listed down there too. I got my Genesis mining code down there. That's a great way to help out the channel without actually spending money out of your pocket. And I mean, if you're not a member of Steeman, I don't know what you're thinking, because you got to go get you some of that free cryptocurrency, right? And while you're over there, please upvote my post. And donational addresses. If you got a couple extra dollars in crypto, please shoot a couple my way. And as always, people, remember, keep that cryptocurrency safe.